Good looking now, G.
Everybody, let me tell you that it made you beautiful. Beautiful. Everybody, let me tell you that God made you beautiful. Beautiful.
Hi everyone, welcome to The Hype. The Hype is a show that gives voice to young women about the issues and topics that may relate to them. The Hype comes from a program here in Philadelphia called SIHLE. SIHLE teaches young African American women between the ages of 14 to 18 about female empowerment, sex education, and healthy and unhealthy relationships. Today's topic is, who are you calling effective communication with your partner? And here are my co-hosts.
Hi, I'm Jessica.
Hi, I'm Miriam.
Hi, I'm Keisha.
And hi, I'm Courtney Foy. I'm your host for today. So ladies, how do you effectively communicate with your partner?
I mean, just anybody in general. I just think that really getting to the, well, we're just saying communicating right now, that like if this is the problem.
Yeah.
Communicating. I think it's just about getting to the point of you being able to clearly state your point of view. Some people don't even know how to express themselves, so I think being able to express myself and getting my point across really helps to the communication between me and somebody else in general.
Yeah, definitely. You got to be willing to listen. Also, a lot of people like hearing themselves be heard. Hearing themselves. There we go. A lot of people like hearing themselves, but you got to step back when you're in a relationship and listen to other people.
Me, I say when it comes down to communication, I say how I feel. And if we have a problem, it usually turns out to an argument because I'm going to say what I want to say when I want to say it and how I want to say it, even though that's just not the right way. Because nobody's going to receive me in their way, and I'm learning that now. So I've been using assertive communication and not aggressive communication.
Okay, those are great responses. So let's hear what the people of Philadelphia have to say.
Hi, we're here with Corliss. So Corliss, what are some challenges you face when communicating?
Communicating, I would say the biggest challenge probably is being misunderstood. You saying one thing and the person interpreting it as something else. So that's probably the biggest challenge I would say with communication.
Okay. So a next question is, how do you diffuse a disagreement or an argument?
Diffusing a disagreement, I think staying calm is probably the best thing you can do, just because if they're all hyped up and riled up and you're sitting there with a calm, steady voice, they feel kind of crazy, and two, they hear what you're saying a lot better. So just making sure you stay calm during a disagreement.
And we're here with Mr. Sam. Mr. Sam, I have a question for you. What are some challenges you face when communicating?
When people shut down and they don't want to talk about the situation on hand. So when they shut down, really communication is cut all the way around. So I think you have to wait until everything kind of settles down.
Okay.
Where people communicate.
Right. Okay, so how would you diffuse that situation? How would you diffuse an argument or another type of disagreement?
Like I said, I normally just leave it alone until they're ready to talk about it. Then after that, we'll settle it. I don't let it go past an hour anyway.
Right. Okay. All right, that's good. Thank you. So we're here with Francis. Francis, what are some challenges you face when communicating?
Challenges I face when communicating. Excuse me. Some challenges may be getting your point across, and other challenges could be saying the right words at the right time.
Right. Okay. So how do you diffuse that challenge, or how do you diffuse an argument?
I think the best way to diffuse an argument is by walking away before you say something to hurt the other person.
Okay. Okay, so we're here with Stan. Stan, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
What are some challenges you face when communicating?
Challenges I face when communicating. People always think that they're right. They always want to try to out-argue you. Even when they're dead wrong, they still trying to face a challenge to you, just to see if you can beat them at it.
Okay. Good answer. So, how do you diffuse that situation, or how do you diffuse other challenges or things like that?
Well, if you can, first off, you want to, provide hardcore facts. Numbers prove it all. Because numbers don't lie.
Right.
And everything. But ultimately, just want to be calm. I believe in killing people with kindness. You know, so if you can kill them with kindness, you know, go ahead and do it, depending on what the argument is on.
Yeah.
You know, but for the most part, you know, say what you got to say, then keep it moving.
Those are some great responses. Now let's get into the 9 steps to better communication today from SIHLE.com. Number 9, communication is more than just talking. To effectively communicate and better communicate, you can do this through your actions or even electronically. So you could go take your partners, maybe warm up their car while they're getting to work, iron their clothes, nonverbal things that you can do, or electronically, write on the Facebook wall, send a nice little text. Even if it's playful communication, any type of communication is outside of just only coming to them when there's a problem or when there's issues also makes the relationship better and communication more positive as well.
Number 8. Humor and playfulness really does help. Now, being humorous doesn't warrant for every type of disagreement or argument, because there are some arguments or disagreements that are more serious than others, such as things involving money or family. So you don't really want to put humor into that. But if it's something as simple as who's going to take the trash out, you guys are disagreeing about that, throw in some humor and lighten up the situation, because, you know, it's not that serious, and you want to still get through whatever the disagreement is.
Next, be willing to cede in an argument. That means somebody has to give. Either both parties can back off, or you can take the first step and back off yourself. You have to think, is it more important to be right, or is it more important to have your partner happy? And if you think it's more important that you be right, then maybe you need to reconsider having a partner or being in a relationship with someone, or communicating with a family member, something like that. Communication at all. Just take a step back, compromise, keep an open mind, and think about happiness or a smoother relationship rather than always being right. And number 6, try to minimize your emotions when making a big decision or talking about important things. So if you're very angry at the time or upset, then take a moment to yourself to calm down before having a discussion about money or the kids or retirement, because you're not going to make the right decision. You're going to make the decision out of anger. So control your emotions first before making big decisions.
Next, stay focused in the here and now. Sometimes discussions or disagreements can turn into arguments. Partners sometimes take cheap shots and bring it up the past, or you let other things manifest and you have things build up, and they come out in a simple argument about, or a decision about who's going to cook dinner, and then now it's, oh, this person did this back when then. Make sure when you're discussing or disagreeing with something that you focus on the here and now and don't go for the past events that's happened.
Number 4, pay attention to nonverbal communication. Sometimes it's not what we're saying, but how we're saying it. So you want to be mindful of both you and the person that you're having the conversation with, like lack of eye contact, folding your arms, looking away. These are cues that you're not really paying attention to somebody's when they're speaking, or they're not paying attention to you. So if you want to pause and look at the way that your body language is, or their body language is, to pause and say, are you listening to me, or am I listening to you, to get the communication flow a lot better.
Next, be open and honest with your partner. That means keeping an open mind. Some people don't even share their own feelings or express their own feelings with family members or people that are close to them. But in a relationship, you have to find that part in yourself where you can express your feelings. Part of a relationship is having that open atmosphere with another person to expand the relationship to its full potential. Sharing is caring, so be open and tell the truth with your feelings. Number 2, force yourself to hear your partner or whoever you're communicating with. In the heat of an argument, I know sometimes it's hard because you're waiting for your partner to stop talking so you can say what you have to say and get it off your chest, but it's important to actually listen to what the other person is saying so that you guys don't find yourself arguing about the same thing and you guys can come to some compromise and see eye to eye some way.
And last, number 1, stop and listen. You really have to really be assertive with communication and know that it's a two-way street. So the other person can't hear you unless you're hearing them, and that it is an open, like a free-flowing conversation and not just one-sided. So those are our tips for today. Once again, those come from SIHLE.com, and those are the 9 ways to better communication today. So I'd like to thank you all for joining us on The Hype today. Stay tuned for next week's episode. Bye.
Bye. See you later.
Bye.
Good looking now. Everybody, let me tell you that here with you, beautiful. beautiful. You're so beautiful. God made you beautiful. Beautiful. Hey there, excuse me, miss. No disrespect, you're very precious. Please tell me what's your name. You're a precious gem and God's to blame. No, I'm not trying to spit the game, cause it's your soul I'm trying to claim. You probably never heard of this. I love a family.